This is Joseph here from Eightcap. Today we are looking at the NDX 100 or the NASDAQ cash market on the daily chart. Now, we're just looking at it from a pretty decent perspective at the moment. So we can see we had this downtrend here, which bottomed out, had a nice range pattern here, which if you've ever looked at Sam Weinstein, that could be seen as a stage one. And then we moved into a stage two, which was a very nice uptrend. But at the moment, we've seen price break this level. So I suppose the question now is: are we going to see a distribution type pattern set up? And we are seeing it in a small sense at the moment, with price more taking on a ranging perspective at the moment than say a flat out pullback. So we have seen a couple of moves lower, but we haven't really seen a break below this support yet. Then we've had a couple of moves up, and we've seen two levels of resistance created here now at the moment. So price does look to be in a bit of a range. So with that in mind, we start to look more at the short term. And what strikes me straight away is this point here, which has become a lower high, and we had a lower high at this stage here, and after we had the break of that fast trend section here with that initial move lower. Now, if we do take a look at it more on from a short term perspective, we can start to have a look at some of the shorter term levels that we're working with. So what we're looking at here now with basically on the short term is we've had this higher low slash double bottom off support. We had our initial move up, we had that test back down on that single day, and we've had our rally up. Now, there is a bit of resistance at this area here, and it has stopped price for quite a few sessions here. We saw some really low volume, especially on this session, and then we saw volume pick up, and we've had a bit of selling yesterday after a pretty flat day. So this resistance level remains a pretty decent one, and it goes back to this area here, and it still sits below that last high that we saw set up. So we still may have a short-term trend in play here. We can't discount this action just yet, even though there are a couple of small warning signs at this area here. Now, from a buying perspective, what we really want to see, and what I do like, is this support level here. We can see that price got above this level very quickly. We did see that stall though, but then we've seen that pullback, and we've seen, if we can just zoom in here, we can see a fair bit of rejection here in the end of yesterday's session, and that's on a previous high. So there does look to be some support at this level at the moment, and we can see that volume on those 2 days was pretty decent. So what we'd like to see today, if buying does eventuate and start to come back into play, we want to see some decent volume, and we also want to see a nice move up that gets back up to test or break this resistance level. If we see a close above this resistance level here, then we'll be looking for this to become more than just a single move up leg, and would like to see if it can become a trend and get back up to test this key resistance here. What happens at that point will be probably a different video. But yeah, now on the flip side though, if we do see more selling today that breaks, further breaks and closes below yesterday's low, and we move back into, sort of these areas here, that's a worry as well. And it could be telling us that we could see even, if more selling does eventuate, we may even see another move back down to test this support here. So I think the key today, what I'd like to see, is a hold of this level here, this support. If buyers can get back up and break this level, just to move momentum really staunchly back into buyers' favor. But if we do see a close and break of yesterday's low, I would say that the short term is going to be more leaning towards the bearish side. And then the question will be, do we get back down to this support level? And but like I said before, if buyers do win, will we see a new move to get back up to test that resistance? So the key for me is this level here at the moment, and if we can see a hold, or if we do see a break of it. So that's some of our thoughts today on the NDX, and we'll be keeping an eye on it over today and tomorrow's sessions. So thank you very much for your time. We wish you all the best for your trading, and bye for now.